Hello everyone, my name is Laura West and today my informative speech is on Bonfire Night. Before I begin, I will firstly introduce my audience. At the front we have my partner Michael and his brother Joshua. Okay. So in my presentation, I hope to tell you why I chose Bonfire Night as my informative speech topic, inform you a little bit about the background history of how Bonfire Night came to be, tell you a little bit about who Guy Fawkes is, and fourthly, explain how it is celebrated back in my home country of England. Okay, so why? Firstly and foremost, it's part of my British culture. During my year and a half of living here, I have experienced many amazing American holidays. Firstly, 4th of July, I absolutely adore fireworks. Secondly, Thanksgiving, I absolutely adore food. So I thought it'd be interesting to bring some of my British culture and heritage here to Ohio and share it with my American friends and my American classmates. Secondly, it's really important to me, my friends and my family. This holiday is really incorporated into our family, especially from being really young and growing up and then to hanging out with my friends. And thirdly, I think it's a particularly interesting topic. I've mentioned it to a couple of people here, including Professor Jameson, and even she had no idea what it was about, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to inform you all about it. So how Bonfire Night came to be. Bonfire Night is the anniversary celebrating the failure of the Gunpowder Plot. So I'm sure you're all sat there now thinking, what was the Gunpowder Plot? Well, the Gunpowder Plot was on the 5th of November 1605 and was centred around a group of Roman Catholic revolutionaries. Religion played a huge part in 1605, and if your religion didn't fit the norm, you were persecuted and oftentimes called out in the street. Revolutionaries decided to take matters into their own hands and kill the king and his ministers by blowing up the Palace of Westminster during the state opening of Parliament. Now, to just give that statement a little bit of reference, back in 1605, the Westminster is similar to the White House here in America, so attempting to blow that up was really serious. Also, there were 14 gun plotters, with the most famous being Guy Fawkes and the organising leader being Robert Catesby. We'll be speaking a little about Guy Fawkes later. Okay, so how Bonfire Night came to be. The plotters, relying on gunpowder expert Guy Fawkes, rented a house nearby and managed to smuggle 36 barrels of gunpowder under the palace. There were 14 gunpowders, according to Bruce Robinson from BBC History, but like I said, the most prominent and the most famous was definitely Guy Fawkes. However, when Guy was stationed under the Westminster, an anonymous letter was sent to Lord Monteagle, warning him not to go to the House of the Lords. Nobody knew who sent the letter. However, with Guy stationed, he was found by police and arrested. He was persecuted and tortured. So who was really Guy Fawkes? We know that he tried to blow up with gunpowder the Houses of Parliament, but who was he actually as a person? He was born a Protestant and converted to Catholicism when he was a teenager, which was really unusual because even though he was a Catholic revolutionist and his treatment due to his faith made him play a huge part in the Gunpowder Plot, according to Jesse Greenspan of Guy Fawkes, A Brief Day in History, he actually converted to Catholicism due to his stepmother. Many British people believe Guy was scapegoated. He was merely the trigger man, not the ringleader. Back in any English history class, we learned that Robert Catesby should be the one who should have been persecuted. Guy was merely the second in command, but he faced the most brutal punishment. Also, he got his notorious gunpowder knowledge fighting in the Spanish War for the Spanish. So how is Bonfire Night celebrated in England? On the 5th of November every year, as soon as night hits, there are huge organised displays and hundreds of thousands of people attend. Some families choose to have little gatherings in their small back gardens, but lots of people choose to go to big events. We celebrate with lots of fireworks, very similar to 4th of July. One of my favourites working in education and elementary schools back in England is Penny for the Guy. Penny for the Guy is when children create a Guy Fawkes, which is the scarecrow-like man made of stuffed materials, straw, lots of like excess throwaway clothes. And they make a man and they'll knock on doors or they'll set out storefronts and they'll shout penny for the guy, and passers-by will throw pennies into their pot. These guys are then the centre of display, because when the big bonfires are lit, we throw the guys onto the bonfire to signify Guy Fawkes blowing up the Houses of Parliament. The foods are very similar to what you would find at Christmas and Halloween, so lots of candy apples, lots of hot chocolate, and we also at lots of events roast like a giant hog, like a big pig, and it rotates on a spit and we eat that. And also one of my last favourites is the rhyme. Like I said, working in a school, rhymes are a big part of children's development, and this is one of our favourites to play. So after this slide I'm finished, but I would just like to leave you with this rhyme because I think it signifies and summarises my whole informative speech. Thank you.
Remember, remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. I know of no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes, it was his intent to blow up the king and the parliament. 70 barrels of powder below, poor old England to overthrow. By God's providence, he was catched with a dark lantern and burning match. Holla boys, make the bells ring. Holla boys, God save the king. Hip hip hooray.
And that interesting and informative YouTube video was by the talented Juliet Hannah, who created that for her high school bonfire night informative speech also back in England. I would just like to thank everybody for listening and hope you have a great night. Thank you.